Yes. Checking out stuff as always. Is everything looking fine? The big nose is there. We're going live. Hi all. It's been a while, and as you know, it's the holiday season, so cannot really expect much. Like streaming all the time, videos, stuff like that. So apologies for that, but finally managed to get this one in order. And once again, tomorrow going for some vacation stuff. So from then on, probably won't be any videos. So you cannot expect any videos. So just to let you know. And other than that, let's just jump into this one. It seems like things are looking fine. It is green over here. I'm just going to start and hopefully some people join. Let's see, what do we have, which open tournaments. Sorry for not really ignoring, but not being able to jump into any of the messages. People have been messaging me to go into, what is this, Winter Marathon 3+2 rated, Daily Rapid Arena 10+0. That's me. That is definitely me. Joining an hour late. I have an hour and a half, and the first guy, which is an international master, already has 26 points. Well, that is me. That is definitely me. Starting at 9 o'clock sharp. 340th. Let's just jump into this tournament. Hope everybody's got a little bit more chess in them today. So first and foremost, I hope you don't have anything better to do on a Saturday evening. That's the first. And the second is that hopefully there is still some chess left in you after today's Blitz World Chess Championship. And that was an amazing one, definitely. So if you have been looking into that one, yeah, it's definitely a nice one. So I'm going to try to look into it tomorrow as well. But for today, let's just see. First, start off with this game, which is an Imzovich. E6, bishop to f5. Let's play c3, bishop to d3. Doesn't work immediately because of knight to d4, a nice tactic. And I like to play this opening. Don't get me wrong, it is somewhat unusual, but it's an opening people play, and then you just try to do something here. Of course, making room for the knight to jump to f5, and the big question is, of course, where does this king go? Let's just put some pressure a little bit here. Let's capture with the queen. Knight f5 expected, but okay. There is no pressure here on this point. Bishop to e7. If the knight is attacked, simply go to e2. f4 will be played. Here, question is, once again, I will play b4. Try to maybe make room for the knight to jump to b3. Then I, the c5 square, also push a4, occupy some space on the queen side. But here my opponent goes h5 immediately. So this means I'm going for the queenside attack, g5, okay. So one weak square is f6. There is this knight to h5, of course. Knight to h5, rook to h5, g4. And the only problem here is that knight can capture on d4, pawn has to capture, then knight captures on b4. This is with tempo, and here I do ruin my pawn structure, but I do make it terribly difficult for him to reach with the queen, since the g5 pawn will be stuck. So I'm liking this idea very, very much. But let's just see. If knight captures here, pawn captures, knight captures, I do have a check. c6, the knight is defended by the bishop. I can capture on b7. My king is safely tucked in on this side, and there aren't any tactics. So let me play simply knight to h5. he has to capture because of knight to f6, or he can immediately go for knight to d4. But I'm guessing he will capture on h5, I will play g4, and then he will capture on d4. And at that point, maybe I can simply ignore the threat. Capture the rook, and that is it. So knight to h5 does work. Last time I was pretty disappointed with Twitch and with my internet provider. Especially disappointed with the internet provider because the stream started to get troublesome. So the internet connection was really bad, and in the end what happened is that I was disconnected a couple of times, and yeah, was feeling really frustrated. Maybe that was also the reason why I didn't go immediately into the whole thing streaming again quite quickly. So let's see how it goes this time. Today it's only tea, a very calm Saturday, as I said. I'm going to travel tomorrow, so keep it easy today. Queen to b8. Well, what the hell is queen to b8? Can anyone explain what is queen to b8? At the cost of simply losing this game, I'm going to simply capture, of course. G4 is now a possibility, that's for sure. Queen to b8, I'm not really sure what was happening there. So let's simply play queen to e2, stop this g4 threat. Not defend the pawn is irrelevant at this point, to just simply defend here. Bishop to h6, okay, let me move the knight. There is a jumping off point. If queen to e7, I will play b5. The point will be to make it problematic for my opponent to castle anytime soon, so let's play this. Also a4 with bishop to a3, attacking the queen. King to h1 is possible at any point, so, but now knight to b8 needs to be played, so let's play a4 immediately, play bishop to a3. Knight e7, as we said, bishop to a3. The queen is attacked. Not so many squares, queen has to go back to d8. And now we don't want to give up immediately some space for white. Let's allow white to ruin his pawn structure himself. Okay, knight to b6. Nice. Let's jump with the knight. There is this knight to c4, knight to b7. At some point, of course, we have to give up something. Okay, queen c8, I'm guessing. Yes, let's play a5. Then bishop to c1 after knight to c4. Still, no possibility to castle. We'll play rook to g1, attack this pawn 2 times. What happens after b6? Let's simply capture, the a file is open. Knight to d3. Yeah, much better. Knight d3. Now castling queenside does pose a problem, I would say, because obviously there is an open a file. Queen b5, okay, not a problem. Queen to e7, I'm guessing. Then knight to b4 with knight to c6. It's a good game, it's a fun game. So I have a rook and a pawn for a knight, and 2 minutes on the clock. I think that I will be able to finish this off in that time. But okay, I would maybe go queen to b5 immediately here with black, or maybe castle. Not sure, but okay. Queen to e7, expected to go for defense of this pawn, but after knight to c6, I think this game is pretty much finished. I'm not seeing that black does have anything else here up his sleeve. Maybe f6, but still knight jumps here. Maybe queen f8, queen g7, but then I will break open on the a file. doesn't make sense to put in all of these resources to defend the pawn. That's the question. Okay, knight goes here. Yeah, let's play this. If the queen moves, I capture on g5. I can play a queen g4 anytime, but do I really want to give up this pawn? Okay, he makes it easy for me. Rook g8 is also a threat after these captures. You can play queen to c6 immediately, yeah, because the knight will be defending, but queen to e3? No, queen to d2. Queen to e3 is met with knight to f5, so this is a better move. I'm also defending the pawn on c3. Yeah, the knight cannot be defended, that's the problem. Rook to g8, next move, then rook to a8, then queen to a2. Yeah, back to tournament. Pretty much a done deal this game. Also h6, h7. Okay, very nice game. A very nice first game. Let's just simply continue with the tournament. Daily Rapid Arena. Managed to squeeze this one under 10 minutes. So let's just continue to play like this and it should be fine. As always, as I've said, hopefully everyone enjoyed. Let's put it balanced so that everything looks a little bit brighter. Hope everybody enjoyed the World Chess Championship Blitz today. It was an amazing experience, amazing event. Hopefully everyone also looked into the Rapid, which were, yeah, the Rapids were played on the day before and the day before. Congrats to Dubov for winning. Not many people expected that, but it was very well deserved. Quite an amazing event. And I always look forward to the end of the year to see the Rapids and the Blitz, because the adrenaline just looking at the top players play out like this, it's amazing. And you kind of learn some stuff, even though you kind of forget them immediately after that. But yeah, it's fun, at least. And just great commentary by the two official commentators. Okay, playing against a person that I already played against, and I'm thinking like, I saw a variation today in the Blitz, which was played, I think it was Kovalenko, and playing against Nepomniachtchi. And Kovalenko is with black pieces, and he did play the Scandinavian, which was pretty surprising to me. And he did play this variation with bishop to f5, so I'm going to try it out, even though here white already went out of the way not to play like this. Bishop to d2, bishop to d3 immediately. Okay. I will keep up with the same idea, so putting pressure on the d4 pawn. I can, so this capture. Okay, can I capture on c3 immediately? Yeah, queen c3, bishop to d2. And we cannot capture here. So let's capture on f5. It is a messed up pawn structure. Maybe I shouldn't have gotten into this, but okay, let's castle. Now this whole idea of the pressure on the d4 does seem rather problematic. So let's play something like this. Queen to a5. Don't want to exchange. Okay, c4 is planned. Knight to c6. Still c4. Queen a3. No, queen a4. Okay, playing dangerous chess just about now. Let's play queen to a4. I'm still feeling okay, but I am playing dangerous chess, that is for sure. So let's put pressure on this pawn. Is c3 a move? Then knight to a5. Putting pressure on the c4 pawn. Knight e5, knight d7. It's all about moving the pieces around. Bishop to g5. Oh, queen to e3, but this runs into a very nice knight to c4, attacking the bishop and the queen, and that's a clear pawn. That's a a pawn as clear as it can be, because I'm too afraid of, yeah, I would play b5 usually, but bishop to g5 seems too big of a threat, so let's simply get rid of this bishop. Will the queen capture? If queen captures c5, if knight captures, maybe c5 still, but okay, now this makes things easier. c5, let's play the rook here. Still the pawn cannot capture, the queen is once again in a dangerous spot. Knight to d5 was also a possible move, also attacking here on c3, a very weak point. Queen to g5, this allows me to play h6, this pawn is defended. Queen will go to g3, I'm guessing. To e3, okay, now knight to d5, attacking these 2 points. Queen to e5, okay. Knight to c3 is possible, and I will play it. Pawn captures here, knight simply goes back to d5. Jumping around freely with the knight, not being really afraid, because it seems that white doesn't have any big threats, so all should be fine. And what to do next for white? Probably rook to c1, defend this pawn, but it allows me to double up. Okay, rook to b1, going for some counterplay. Yeah, I would really like to not give up so many pawns, so I will play queen to a6, rook comes to c1, I'm guessing. Yes, okay, knight f6, rook d5 threat. Yeah, I'm up a pawn, but it's not still clear. I know I have this pawn, but if I give up the b7 pawn, this pawn is already here, and it does make a threat, especially with the rook on c1. So for now, I'm just going to play it like this. Okay, knight d4 is a blunder. Okay, it isn't a blunder, but it was very, very close. Can I capture here? The question is, yeah, rook captures, rook captures, rook captures, knight e6. Yeah, let's just go for it. Knight e6, queen a2, attack the rook. Playing a dangerous game once again. But that's what we are here for. Knight e6, queen a2. The rook will be attacked. Queen c5, queen b1 check. So he has to play something like rook to d1, or yeah. If he plays rook b7, I'm playing queen a1, queen e5 check. And in the end, I will still have a pawn. So rook to b7 is a possibility. Also rook to d1. So I have to play something like this. Rook c8. Move the rook out of the way. Now rook to d8 is possible. And now I have 2 pawns. Or simply moving the knight away and keeping things complicated. Knight f4. Okay. So, is it time to start to push the pawns? Probably. So let's play a5. Rook to d7 isn't possible because of the knight. Knight to d5 isn't possible. Queen and knight are guarding on d5. It's a complicated position, but a playable one. Okay, so could be quite dangerous to play like this. Rook d8 is a threat. Is there any good counter? Let's play queen to c2. Hopefully I'm not blundering anything. Yeah, I'm blundering an a5 pawn. Okay. Let's... this doesn't work. Yes. Rook c7. Okay. Cannot capture this pawn because of queen to b1 check. Okay. a4. This square is defended. Queen a5 or queen a7. Going into too complicated area. Let's move the king out of the way. Keep it on this diagonal, not allow any checks. Okay, b5 now, attacking the queen, defending the pawn. Okay, let's try to exchange queens and make things a lot easier. Queen a5 I would play. Yeah, and let's play this. Okay, now he needs to exchange. Now he needs to exchange and I'm losing a pawn. But at least... Okay, no he doesn't. No he doesn't. Well, that's very good play. Pawn on a4 is falling, but b3, b2 is very, very dangerous. I will give a check. g3. Okay. I'm guessing rook to d7 next. Yeah. Okay, so that's a piece. He can have knight to e5, but maybe queen to b... Knight e5, then I capture, he captures. This pawn also falls, and that's a full piece. Okay, so rook to d2. No checks. Problem here on e7, or at least I think. We'll try to play now rook to d1. Rook e3 isn't possible because of queen to f2. It is quite interesting. Okay, not sure what is the point of this move. Probably to improve here, but it simply doesn't work. So yeah, here queen f1 is threat of checkmate on g1, so he has to move the rook. And if he moves it here, let's give a check here and here. Let's play queen to h3. Queen g4 threat. Actually g5 and queen g4. Yeah, g5 or queen e6 or queen g4. And that's it, folks. That's it. No, that's not it. Come on. What am I doing? Why am I doing this? Queen h1. Wow, that is superb. What about g4? Should I play g4? Yeah, I don't know. This is crazy. Crazy stuff. Queen g2 now. Or no, he goes on the dark square. He goes on the dark square. Crazy stuff, man. Have to play like this. Could have also played here. Okay. Living on the edge. As always, living on the edge. Queen to b2. Man. Queen c3 is met with knight to f6, so it is a check on his side, so all is good. Don't have to be afraid, but man, what about this check? Is it finally over? Where to go? On e5, this is a check. Queen g5, checkmate, finally. Probably had a checkmate somewhere there, but missed it, unfortunately. But okay, things are looking a little bit better. Second win, hour and 5 minutes. Drink a little bit of a green tea to improve stuff. 130th place. An hour and 5 minutes still to play, playing against Fracoi. François. Oh, I don't know. Some guy. Does want to say where he's from. Another Nimzovich. Had it in the first game. Let's see that d5 played. Okay, e6, which means immediately c4. Occupy the space in the center. This guy decided to play passively. And we are going to play f4. Move all the pawns. Feeling confident, feeling good. Okay, knight f3. Principal stuff. Bishop to h4. Of course, might possible, but since I can develop the bishop now this way, g3 is also a move. Now castle, I'm guessing, but I'm guessing e5 will be a move on my side. He will move the knight somewhere, and then I will have to start the attack immediately. Knight to h5 probably, and I have to think of a way how to attack here, but things are looking good. I would say that white is much better here with a situation like this. Okay, bishop to d7. He still doesn't want to decide where to go. That is fine. I'm simply going to open up the f-file, play bishop to e3 to further, defend the d4 pawn, and then move the pieces somehow. Oh, okay. Let's capture with the knight. Well, let's play like this, so that I do have the bishop pair. Queen h5 could also be a move then. Or queen to f3. The point is the f7 square is weak. We'll have to be careful if he plays something like this. Okay, h5, going for the attack, I guess. Let's play h4. Make bishop to g5 a possibility. Well, it's a problem to push the pawns around and start with the attack if your king is still in the center, and there is no clear way how to go about castling. So bishop to g5, if f6, bishop to g6, queen to b4. Well, ain't that a treat? Now questions. This position starts to be very, very unclear. For example, if I play queen to f3, he can play rook to f8. I do have this pawn, but after that, it doesn't seem like there are too many possibilities at hand. One thing with this queen here, it does have this pawn and this pawn, which is very nice for him, but isn't enough. It would be very nice if rook to f7 would work as an idea. But he can play king to f7 and then king to g8. Yes. Should I simply play b3 for now and keep everything intact? Keep everything intact. Okay, queen to c3, of course. Of course! Now, how to defend this pawn? And then the pawn on e5. And the pawn on g3. Oh no. Oh no. Well, that's a blunder, this b3. That's a big one. Unfortunately, queen to d4 comes with a check, knight e5. But let's play queen to f3. And let's capture with the bishop. Yeah, I have to play this. And then now queen captures on f7, knight e5, bishop captures here. But he is out of the woods. Woods. Okay, I play the bishop here. Yeah, have to play bishop to g5. Okay. Can I play queen f8? No, I cannot. First bishop to c6. No, I cannot play that either. Oh man. Play bishop to g2. Like a coward. Play on a bad positioning of this king. Next move, rook to d1. Yeah, okay. Saw that, but the idea is that he doesn't have a check. This bishop is pinned, but there is no check. Yeah, my pieces are looking a little bit better. Knight e5. What happens after knight to e5? Queen g7, I'm guessing. But it seems like knight e5 is the only move for him. Let's play queen g7, even though I'm not seeing it as the best of the best. Next move, bishop to f6 after he moves the rook. There are no checks. Bishop f6, then I allow queen to e3. Come on. Bishop to f4 isn't possible. But I have to play it. I'll simply move the king. Knight g4, queen d7. Okay. Okay, the knight moves. g4, for example. Rook f7. Bishop to c6. The other rook comes. Where will the bishop move? Bishop has to come here. And then this great battery works out just fine. What is the situation? Okay, I will win this pawn, and I do have a very active position, and with this bishop I will try to create some advantage. The idea will be to... So the biggest blunder for him are now moving the rooks here and here, because that just leads to checkmate. So in his position I would probably play something like rook to g8 and allow me to kind of play around, capture these two pawns. I would capture this pawn, maybe force the king into the corner. If he plays king to d8, then I can capture this one as well. Like, there is no good way how to get out of this position for him. Maybe I don't need to exchange one pair of rook. This situation is quite enough. But I do have to kind of move my king to safety at least. For example, f1, e2. and then he can give one check with the knight, and that's it. Okay, on b8 is fine. Let me play king to f1. The point is that now when the knight moves, the bishop is still active on this diagonal. Okay, yeah, we talked about that. One check. Knight f5 is possible, but bishop to e5. And then the king is really in trouble. If he doesn't play... Yeah, if he doesn't play knight to g4, I would play bishop to e5 no matter what. But now something like this, okay, don't go here, king f1, I'm thinking it's winning. Okay, now whatever I do, it's kind of problematic. So let's just simply move here. There are no checks on g3, so on f1 there is e3 check, and on f3 that would be knight to h4 check. So this is the perfect square. Rook to c6 is threat of checkmate. If he plays rook g3, I can capture, knight captures, rook e7, rook f8 is checkmate. So I'm just not seeing it. Yeah, there is no other way. There are no checks. Unstoppable checkmate on f8. Good game, man. That was a good one. Okay, still a little bit of a green tea, but now that I drink it all, things will start to get rough. But one thing that I'm happy about is there are no stream cutoffs. So Twitch and my internet provider are working together today. Working very nicely together. Back to tournament. Okay, I deserve 2 rating points for this game, which is nice. What do we have here? Okay, power mode low. Save the battery. 79th place. Going with 11 points. Things are looking good. Now under 100, but not really sure that I'll make it in time to play against the top players. There are 53 minutes to go. But this international master guy does have 2100 rating points, which is kind of strange. Let's play c5. I kind of overheard when they were commentating that if you're not a King's Indian player, you should play c5 and d5. And I would say for myself that I'm not a King's Indian player. So I'm going to play this setup today. Even though you should always play what you're most comfortable with, not let anybody else to tell you what you should play in any of the given positions. But okay, I feel really comfortable that I have the bishop pair at this position, even though these bishops aren't looking so good at the moment. So what I would like to do next is definitely open up the position. So let's play pawn captures on e4. Knight captures on e4. Okay, that is met with bishop to e7. Now the idea will be queen c7 and start to break open the queen side. Of course, rook to d8 is possible. The d3 pawn is weak, so let's challenge him a little bit. Try to play b5. Maybe rook to b8 first. Try to avoid any bishop ideas on this diagonal, and then play b5. Okay, the knight moved. But this means bishop to d3 works immediately. And that's a terrible blunder, I would say. Yeah, back to tournament. This knight is... You cannot defend this knight. So, always be careful. So sometimes what I like to do in Blitz is just simply go through moves one by one. And then you kind of start thinking about the idea, and then you just follow through, no matter what your opponent plays. But you should always stop for a second and think about the move your opponent played, like for instance in this situation, and you have, a clear win. So why not take it? Free rating points, free points in the tournament, and try to play against someone in the top 10. So, okay, let me just check out the situation there. Okay, the first guy has 51 points, so obviously an international master in this kind of setup is quite strong, I would say. But okay, the 10th guy has 22 points, and I have how many? 16. So those are 2 more games, 2 more wins. So let's try and go for them. So I played the Scandinavian in the last one. Let's play the French in this one. So I'm trying to stay away a little bit from the Sicilian. It's kind of making me nauseous to play it so many times. So here I am trying to play something else. And I'm going to play f6 immediately to kind of dislodge the spirits. Yeah, bishop e7 and castles. At some point, will we capture on d4 and make a problematic pawn? This one is also problematic on my side. Playing against Vukov. Okay. Yeah. So white will have a problem of the isolated pawn on d4, and black will have a problem of a weak pawn on e6. So who will first resolve the issue of its pawns? It is always nice to have an open f-file, but sometimes, for example this time, it comes with a cost. So knight e4, bishop to f6 seems like a plan, so let's go for it. Knight c3 comes with the tempo, but bishop to f6, knight captures, pawn captures. This knight will be attacked and the pressure on d4 will be too great. Is bishop to e3 a necessary move now? That's the question. Queen to b2, knight e4, pawn captures, and then once again the pressure here will be very great. So the question that follows now, does white have a better move? Or is black simply better in this position? After knight to e4. So did I manage to break open the position here from my point of view? Let's see. Let's see what my opponent does. But I'm feeling really confident in this situation. With enough minutes on the clock, waiting for the opponent to play. Okay, let's capture on b2. Sometimes a poisoned pawn, but let's see if it becomes in this situation. Well, maybe it does, because obviously, where will I go with the queen? Yes, that's sometimes it's good, not good to become overconfident. No. Knight c3, knight b2, knight e1. I lose a piece. Oh man, is it prime time to... Yeah, bishop to e3 was a good move. Sometimes you just don't think e3 was a... Yeah, it's one of those tactics. I tried to play the puzzle rush today. It was nice, but sometimes you don't think about the possibilities in a real game you're playing. Now the question is, does it make sense to play this game? Well, let's not resign immediately. After all, it's a pawn. Let's try to make something out of it. So play a little bit faster. If there won't be any advances in the position, of course I will resign. For example, here knight to c5. Oh, okay. Okay, let's move like this, play this, or capture with the pawn. Okay. Has a very nice setup. Yeah, rook c1. Who will defend this rook? Yeah, it's time to exchange some pieces, I guess. Yeah, the knight comes here. It's very hard to play this. Knight g6. It's really, really hard to play this. Bishop to d2. Okay, let's play rook to c8. I guess he wants to play bishop to b4. So I'm kind of stopping it. Kind of. Yeah. Let's play rook to b8. Rook c7. Yeah. b6, a5 doesn't really work. What about bishop to d8? Where will he go, this rook? Back to c1? Yeah, this is the way to go. I know I'm just playing stupid now. So obviously playing like this doesn't make sense. Playing a piece down, but I'm too stubborn to resign. So just endure a little bit with me. Yeah. I would always like for my opponent to prove that he is worthy of the point. So okay, bishop to f7, a nice threat. Okay. Yeah, that's it. Back to tournament. 23 points, come on. Sometimes overconfidence doesn't make sense. So four wins and one loss, and in the end back at the starting point. 21-17. Can't really remember what was the starting point actually. But okay, still 43 minutes to go. There will be some games to try to, yeah, grab some points there, but yeah, really disappointed with the last one. I mean, this is the usual thing to be really, you should be really skeptical of people leaving the b2 pawn always. It is not a coincidence that this pawn is called a poison pawn. So taking on b2 could be quite dangerous sometimes. So shouldn't really take it immediately like I did. Should always think about it. But okay, let's try our luck with the Alchemist 48 and play e4 as always. So with the white pieces, I will never be tired of playing e4. If I play something else, then there is obviously, I don't know what is happening with me, but with the black pieces, the Sicilian does start to get sometimes really, really troublesome, for me at least. So I'm not liking it, and here a strange idea of coming with the knight like this. So obviously not a variation that I know. So let's get rid of the bishop immediately, like this. Play c3 to have this pawn here. Obviously knight comes on f5, g6, not really sure, or on d5. That works as well. Let's play a3. c4 could also be a move. Yeah, let's play c4. Queen to d3, I guess. Yeah, bishop to e3, e5 is possible, maybe. What happens after e5 now? Have to play rook to d1. Bishop, centralized bishop. C5, does it work? Problem on B7. Let's defend here. Rook D8. Queen C3. Right? Yeah. Queen C3, bishop E5 threat. Or then bishop on F6. Knight F5, a very nice move. I think white is better. Have to really think about what is the best idea here for white, for black. Maybe if only I would have not this rook, but this rook on D1. Then even some threats like this would work. Okay, queen to C8. Stopping knight to F5. That is a nice save there. What happens after A4 and A5? Knight has to move to D7, then knight to F5. Or C5 immediately doesn't work because of knight to D5. So let's play A4, A5. Now after C5, I have to play bishop to E5 or bishop to E3, and he will exchange one pair of rooks. But okay, this pawn will become a little bit problematic. So knight to F5 now. So he wanted to move away prematurely. This bishop has a little bit of a problem. Is it allowed to capture on A7? Of course, B6 is then possible. But I can play C5. So I think it's possible. But then knight to D5. All in all, not the best. But I would first like to capture here on E7 and then on A7. I didn't see any tactics with playing rook to E1, something else. So I'm guessing B6 or C5, but C5 here, knight C5, bishop to B6. Or maybe even A5 was possible. Yeah, let's capture this pawn, hopefully with no issues. Capture here, that was with check, and now I'm guessing knight to E4. I still have the bishop pair. Yes, okay. Queen to B4, C5. Okay. So queen to C2, I guess. Let's play queen to C2. Put pressure here. Bishop will go back to E3. There was no need to capture on E4. A possibility, but no need. Rook E1 will also be a possibility, so... I mean, even A5 here, so no need for bishop to E3. Looking good with the pawn up and the bishop pair in this situation. Quite enough, I would say. Okay, G6, making room for the king, and now what should I do? Should I play bishop to D8? No, I should play rook to D8, right? That is quite clearly a queen. So back to tournament. 11 points, that is nice. Okay, rook to D8 was definitely a move I should have considered a little bit sooner, but okay. Sometimes you can miss those as well. I played against Vuk. Okay, Vukov was the guy who beat me. And I guess, is he playing a game? No, he also stopped. He lost against... No. Okay, no, that's my score with him. He is playing a game against somebody else. What do we have here? Is with white pieces. With black has a very strong center and a better position. More pawns. Yeah. I'm playing against the guy who is second. Rosita Bahari. Okay. So this means it's the Sicilian. Yeah, I'm guessing something like d4 or c3 or knight to c3. It's been a long time since I played the normal variation. Okay, bishop to c4. Everybody's afraid nowadays to play something that is like in the terms of knight f3, d4 and go into it. So everybody is playing these closed systems. But okay. Yeah, what can you do? People are just like that. I'll play b6. Okay, immediately. Immediately this guy goes for this. Yeah, okay. I'll simply capture. Can I play? Oh man, can I play knight f5 now? It would be such a good thing that I can. Okay, knight f5, knight g5, castles, g4, d5. Yeah, let's make it interesting. Let's make it interesting. Whoa, okay. This guy is going all in. Yeah. Don't care. This will be a nice one. Knight g5, okay. Let's play king to g8, h6. King h7, this pawn is defended. But I'm liking this guy's style. He goes immediately for the sacrifices. In the end, I do have a pawn still, but yeah, the position. But his king is as well wide open. So okay, now this is the queen on e2, which means knight to d4 is with a tempo. Rook to e8 is also juicy. But what to do? Develop the rook? It would be a nice thing. But I'm looking at knight to d4 and I'm really liking it. But then bishop to d4, check, king moves to h1, rook to e8. Then let's get rid of his attackers. Move the bishop to g4. Or maybe he ignores it altogether. No? Now playing, of course, this would be a terrible blunder. Queen g2, two attackers on d5. Yes. Queen h4. I'm liking queen h4. But queen can capture on d5. Let's give up the pawn. Let's give up the pawn. Let's put in no disturb mode. Oh, he doesn't want it. That's a shame. Doesn't want my pawn. Let's play bishop to e5. Threat something here. I'm waiting for him to put something on f4. And then a knight? No, he doesn't want to give up. Play the knight on f4. He focuses all of his attention here. Which means that I can play queen to h2. Right? Yes. I can simply play this, simplify the position. The rook is attacked. I'll capture the knight and game over, man. Yeah, he has to play the rook here. I will play the rook here. And those are two pawns in such a beautiful position. Next, what is happening? One of these pawns will fall, and that's the game. Yeah. But this guy cannot reach the guy in the first place, so he shouldn't be too bothered with this situation. Rook e1 maybe, a g5. Those are too many pawns, even if he has counterplay. Or maybe I'm wrong, I don't know. But g5, rook e7, king g6. Okay. Yeah, let's capture here. Now rook to e1 is met with bishop to e4. Check. Now 4 pawns. Maybe even 5. Never know. Give a check. Okay, make room for the king to go out. Yeah, play like this. Rook f1. King can go here. Start grabbing the rest of the pawns. Yep. Now 5 pawns. Okay, this was expected because of rook to f6. So let's play rook to a6, not allow this check. If this move isn't allowed. So okay, let's play rook to c6, rook to f6 still possible, but then king to h5 without a problem. Bishop to f8 not possible because rook captures. Then push a5 and well on our way. Yeah, no problem, man. Cannot give a check. This pawn is defended. Let's push h5. Okay, let's defend all of our pawns. Yeah, should be fine. It's very hard to stop this pawn now. A lot of squares are covered. I'm not really sure what my opponent is planning. Okay, maybe one more check, but even bishop to g2 now is possible. So everything is defended, everything is looking nice. As soon as the rook move h to h1 is possible, and game over, man. Oh, let's start pushing here as well. Push everywhere. Oh, now bishop is here, but okay. Let's give a check as well. Let's give a check. Let's push like this. Rook here. Yeah, one of the pawns will go out. You just wait. Okay. Maybe it was better to go on this side with the king. Yeah. Will be a little bit too late now. Rook to b1. Bishop to e4. Yeah. Check. King here. No, better here. No more checks. Okay, let's defend everything, I guess. I don't know. Let's capture here. Let's put the king into the corner. And let's bring the king here. Yeah, okay, he has to go out. That's a queen. Now would be a right time to resign. Go to c2. And give a check here. Back to tournament. Okay, looking good. Yeah, it is always nice to beat one of the top guys. So here playing a, he had a very nice idea with that bishop to f7. Not really sure if it would work, that it would work in the blitz, in the rapid, but maybe in blitz. So, oh, this is the first loss for this guy. Whoa, that's gotta mean something. That is looking good. So, did I made him to, yeah, stop playing in the tournament? I hope I didn't. Oh, it would be so nice if I only stayed on the streak. Now with the situation, having instead of 15 points more. Yeah, but what can you do? Sometimes you just lose a game. But let's move on. Okay. Angel also berserks, so it will be an interesting, fun game. c5. I will go for something that is very common, so a Najdorf, or maybe not. Knight to c6 immediately. It works, but not so common, I would say. So let's go castle like this. Let's play bishop to e3. One thing, okay, yeah, that is, oh man, so sometimes, yeah, just not following my own advice, I guess. Sometimes you should think about what your opponent plays. You shouldn't play immediately what you tend to play. Blah, blah, blah. Stupid shit. Blah, blah, blah. And then you don't do it. Like grabbing the pawn on g7. But okay. Yeah, e5. So this pawn isn't lost. Somehow my opponents found this. But man, isn't that a great idea? What about queen? No, I don't want to draw. Come on. Just started to get fun. Is there any tactic that I can play? Queen e5, pawn captures, rook captures, bishop. No, not liking it. I simply have to go for something like this. Bishop to g4, f3. Okay, let's capture the queen. Bishop g4, f3. Yes. And then knight d5. Going for the superior position. But the problem will be after rook to c8. There will be a problem after rook to c8. Come on. I was really hoping that I maybe have something here. Let's play c3. But rook to c6 kind of ruins it. Ruins it on the spot. Oh, he doesn't play it. Okay, let's play a4, a5. Solidify the bishop's position on b6. g6 unnecessary. But okay, it will be hard to break open here. So it isn't all finished. So next thing that I will do after doubling up the rooks is, of course, including the king into the game. That is very, very important. Okay. Play the king forward. g3, f4, f5. Okay. Yeah, let's capture and play f4. What's with the draws, man? Stop offering draws. Okay, now if he captures, capture on f5 and then have 2 points of the attack on h5 and f4. If he doesn't capture, so for example, if he plays, what can he play? He play king to f6. Always play king to f6. Now let's capture here and play rook to d7. Attack this weak point. Oh, but he has bishop to c5 now. That's a shame. Slowly going for a draw, I guess. Slowly but surely going for a draw. No? Okay, let's capture the pawn here then. Well, that now after bishop to c5, I have rook to b6 and I capture the pawn on a6. Well, that's a rook. Yep, that's a game. Okay. At this point, it doesn't really matter, I guess. Let's play here. Try to checkmate if he captures on a5. Yep. Or at least win a rook. Yeah, doesn't really matter, right? It's a rook. Doesn't really matter. Okay. Yeah, once again, the same idea. Don't really want to hassle around grabbing these pawns. So, capture, go here and here and here. Okay. Once again, the game. Don't want to draw, man. Especially in this position. Back to tournament, okay. There was a challenge for a moment there, so maybe I will be accepting some challenges after the tournament. So be ready for that after this. But for now, I'm just playing and going to see where I will end up. For now, managed to get into the top 10. So in the 8th place with 1 loss and how many do I have? 7 wins, but that 1 loss was pretty terrible, capturing on b2 with the queen. So, okay, 18 minutes to go. With 5 points, I would be in 4th place, but with 2 wins, I would manage to grab the 3rd place. So, let's just see if this is possible. So, yeah, but those are 2 wins, so it's not easy as that. But maybe if I would play as fast as I did in the previous games, it would be a lot easier. Let's just see. Who will be my next opponent? I'm playing against the International Master. So, since it is the International Master, I guess let's leave out the Berserk stuff. Okay, this guy obviously with 62 points is the leader in the tournament. He berserked, so it would be nice of me to berserk as well. So on equal grounds, let's play a Sicilian. Okay, he obviously looked into the World Chess Championship matches more closely than I did. So let's just simply play like this. Okay. Let's castle and pawn capture like this. Of course I will capture with the pawn, so the question is the bishop pair enough in this situation? Okay, the knight goes here immediately. Rook on f8 doesn't make sense, so let's play it here. Okay, the knight goes here, knight f5, I'm guessing. Then I would have to capture. And also knight to h4. Let's include the queen as well here. Okay, knight h4. Yeah, the knights will simply be too strong, gotta say. But man, a clear path to win, I guess. So queen to f8, obviously a bad move. So let's play rook to d8, knight f5. We'll, yeah, simply play d5 after all this. So if knight f5, d5. Pawn captures, pawn captures, pawn captures. Maybe we'll be able to make something out of it. Yeah. Okay, knight captures on e7. Okay, let's capture like with rook on d5. Okay, the rook is attacking here as well. What about... Okay, bishop to c5 doesn't work, rook d5, then queen to f6. So let's capture on d1 first, then bishop to c5, I guess. Yeah, defend the pawn like this. But now this rook is out of play. And we'll have to think about how to include him. Queen c8 is the next move. Yeah, simply queen to c8, but I'm guessing queen to f3 was the whole idea of this. I'm also double attack. There is a double attack here on the knight, but yeah, still not working. Queen e4. Okay, what's the deal with queen e4? Knight h6, not so sure. Let's play the rook on d8. Rook c1. Bishop to f2, so not possible. But yeah, I do have the bishop pair. Bishop pair is looking nice. Have to be careful about queen to a8. Yeah. Maybe I could have captured on a2. Don't know why I haven't considered that. Queen g4, bishop to f8. Knight here, bishop g7. Okay. Let's simply defend the queen. Have to be careful about the time, that is for sure. Okay, the pawn is now under threat. So b3. Yeah, let's move out of the way. So pointless moves here. Queen to f3, still threatening here on a8. Let's play queen to c8. Double attack here. But 97, no, 97. Okay, he didn't go for it. Let's play queen to c2 with queen to c8 threats. Queen g4. How to stop queen g4? How? Yeah, the bishop moved. Now bishop to f8 isn't possible anymore. Is there any way to stop this? Come on. What a stupid way to lose this game. No, I don't think there is a way. Yeah, I can simply resign. Let's quickly jump into analysis. I think and it's kind of stupid to analyze this game after losing. But man, this was probably somewhere here quite good for black. Bishop to f8. It's not winning. Probably I could have simply after h3 maybe even capture the pawn. Okay, give me something. Stockfish, nah, don't crash my stream at least. So yeah, calculating does take a lot. It was a nice game in the end, but just want to see what's the situation here. Okay, loading engine. Know that engine loading does take this much. Computer analysis. Request a computer analysis. Will this take also a million years? If yes, then +10. Come on. Seriously? +10? +10 for white. No, wait. It does say after h3. What is my best move? Bishop to f5. Knight f5. No, there's something really wrong here. Am I that worse? Okay, honestly. Obviously I don't really understand chess or something. But okay. At least in my mind, maybe I shouldn't have looked into that. At least in my mind, it was looking nice. I'll definitely go back and try to figure out what's the situation. But obviously the knight on f5, the two knights controlling that situation were very strong. But I wasn't thinking that even with the bishop pair in that situation that it was that good for my opponent. But okay, let's just play one other game and finish up with the tournament, and then later on we will see if there are any challenges. If not, yeah, we'll simply end the stream there. So as always, let's berserk. Let's end up this tournament with a nice Queen's Indian, maybe. No. Switch into the Benoni. d5, yes, and try to play it, or even the gambit. Let's play the gambit. Try to play an opening that you don't know how to play. Always good to try it out in tournaments like these. So when you play in real life, in classical tournaments, maybe you can pick up something from it. Here b5 goes with this. Okay, he goes immediately for b3. And now my lack of theory knowledge comes very fast. So I will go castle. I was looking forward to him capturing on b5, but obviously he doesn't want to play it. So I will have to play a6 here and put the whole of queenside into passive mode. Let's capture, yeah. Maybe I should have captured immediately. a6 seems like a waste of a tempo. Play rook to b8 now with the open b file. He's obviously preparing e4 and e5. Play bishop to c3, maybe knight b6. This pawn is attacked. There are possibilities. Okay, queen to c2, for example. Still knight to b6. Threatening capture on c4, so I'm guessing knight to d2. Okay, knight to c4 isn't a threat. But it's nice to think of it as a possible threat, because bishop to f6 does win the game for white then. Okay. It'd be so nice if it's possible to capture on e4, but once again, bishop to f6, giving up 2 pieces for the two pieces for a rook is obviously a bad idea, but I still want to do it. Oh man. Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. Let's try it. I don't know. I mean, it's the last game, and after that loss, it seems like everything is falling apart, so let's also try to give my opponent here an opportunity to go for a better game. So obviously I'm going for something that I'm thinking that I'm worse in this, but yeah. I didn't manage to think of anything else that would look better. Maybe queen to e8, then he would have to play a5, and then can play knight to a4, and then he plays this, bishop to f6, this knight is out of play. Still it's kind of defended. Maybe I do have some options here on this side of the board, possibly with a bishop and a knight. Oh, okay. Or this. Or you scare your opponent, and then he thinks that something is threatened, but it obviously isn't. What? Queen e8. Why didn't I play queen to d7? Have to think about where to place the bishop. Okay. Okay. Playing stupid moves, but that's just part of the charm, I guess. Now the bishop will move and to c3, and the whole point of saving this pawn does fall apart. Okay. That's interesting. Yeah. What about... Was knight to a8, knight to c7 a possibility, even? Yeah, I don't know. Let's play this. Rook to a8, bishop to f6, and I have just lost a knight. I'm playing terribly. No, this is very bad. But my opponent isn't playing any better, so all is well, I guess. No, what are you doing? Such a stupid position, this one. This stream doesn't make sense at all anymore. But okay, still, let's try to make something out of it. Move the bishop, exchange here, and start to play the game again, I guess. Yeah, let's play the queen here. Maybe threaten something like knight to d5. I don't know. Discoveries. Rook e7. Or simply rook to a1. Queen c7, rook b8, and the game continues. Okay. Rook a2, queen c7, knight b5, bishop b5. So, let's play the rook to b8. Yeah, and then after f4 I do have time to play knight to e8. I'm still the side that is a little bit passive. Would really like to change that. 1 minute to go in the tournament. Oh, this guy with 77 points. Did he lose that anything? International master from Georgia. Okay. Hour and a half into the stream. Yeah, let's play here. Play knight to c8. Try to set up something on the b file, since he's already occupying the a file. Rook here. Well, that's interesting. What about knight d5, rook b2? Let's play knight d5. Now bishop to f6 is met with knight to f6, so finally I'm not blundering anything. That's a clear pawn, and this will allow me to continue this game with a clear advantage, but still with a very shitty position. So, okay, queen comes to a3, let's pressure this pawn. Knight f4? Yeah, I don't care. Yeah, I'll give up this knight. This bishop. But what happens after bishop to h3? e5 is possible. Man, I'm really killing myself today. Shooting in the foot. What about e5? Sometimes, honestly. Sometimes I'm simply the worst. The worst player in the world. Two pawns for the bishop. Okay. But not all is lost. Not all is lost. There are still some chances to be. Something like d5. Okay, first defend your pawns. Defend them at all cost. Okay, occupying some squares here. Maybe check first was a little bit better. No, king to f1 is possible. Yeah, let's play this and rook to c1. Okay, what happens if, let's play here. Let's play with the king here. Defend this square and also prepare d5. Okay, still. Now it would be nice if he would capture. To fix my pawns. Fix my pawns, man. Don't want to fix my pawns. Okay. Now I have a weak pawn on c6. On c5. Yeah. Obviously, it's a clear draw for him now. Okay, he obviously doesn't want it. nor should he. Let's give a check. Let's play d3. There is always an opportunity to blunder, that's for sure. Whatever you are doing, there is always an opportunity to blunder. Okay, now it's time for the pawns to push them. What happens after d2 or c4? Yeah, king comes into the game. Oh man, this is looking nice. Rook goes up. There was no need for a e5, but okay. Yeah, fix my pawns, man. Fix my pawns. Okay. Let's give a check here. Don't care about the pawns. Really? Does this work? I wonder. Oh, I have only 19 seconds. No. Look at this. This pro. Need to defend this pawn. So king to f2. No. No. Oh my god, what am I doing? Why am I blundering like this? Why am I blundering like this? Oh man. This is the worst. Whoa, that's... I wasn't really aware of the time, but here, yeah, king h4, give a check, he goes back, I go here, he has to go back, and then rook g8. I think maybe I'm winning. Can I analyze this? Yeah, obviously without the engine, because everything will break once again. Let's kill it. Okay, he goes here, check, he goes here, I give a check, he goes here, and then I go here. And what are his options? Yeah, that's a lost game. If he plays here, I go here immediately and he loses the pawn. And if he goes here, I cover with the king. So if he goes here, he can still defend, but after king to f6, he has to go away, and that's the game. Okay, everything was good. Except for the time. Okay, that's it with the tournament. Oh, I didn't see which place did I end up in the end. What was it? I played Daily Rapid Arena. Okay, probably 15th or something like that. 12th. Okay, with 2 losses. It's okay. 21-24. Oh, but the international master managed to lose 1 game. Okay, that's what happens. You play Berserk a lot of times, and unfortunately, don't know what to say. Lose 2 games, lose a lot of rating points. Not much to say there. Okay, since there are no challenges, finish up with the stream for today. It seems like it's only appropriate to finish up with the stream. As I've said, tomorrow going for a little bit of a vacation for the New Year's. So that means that the next possibility for a video stream will be on Wednesday, Thursday, something like that. So if you're up for that, check it out later on Twitch or on YouTube. Other than that, I hope you enjoyed today, and as always, yeah, enjoy. Cheers. Whatever. Bye. See you next time, I guess.